ABC, this is Chad. Making a second video today, Sunday. I have been putting all my records into Discogs, and I didn't realize how many box sets I had. So I decided to pull out about 6 of them and just talk about them for a little bit. So let's get started. So here is a box set from Sonic Youth. This is Dirty, and there are, maybe this is a deluxe edition put out by Goofin Records. I guess that's a play on Geffen Records. I think that's like Sonic Youth label or something. This one is maybe 4 LPs. There's a B-side, a Rarities LP as well. So I did catch Sonic Youth on this tour, Dirty, in the early 90s. So this one holds a special place in my heart. I actually didn't, I think Goo was the first record I got, and I actually got this on cassette when it came out. So this is in the age of MTV. They had videos for like 100%, Sugarcane, which is really awesome. There's a cover of Nick Fit. Chapel Hill is great. Youth Against Fascism is a great song. Not exactly sure some of the ones on the B side, which ones I really like, but Wish Fulfillment is I think an alternate take. And so I always like the little stuffed animal layout and everything in here. There's a cool booklet. I did see they have a Goo box as well, which I don't have, so I don't know if anybody has that. Let me know if it's worth picking up. This one sounds okay, so I didn't have a regular LP, so I was happy to pick this up. I had some store credit. I traded in some stuff, so Sonic Youth's Dirty. So I think one of the companies I have the most box sets of is Numero Group out of Chicago. This is It Came From New York City box they released last year. It's a beast. I love the booklet in here. So this is White Zombie, of course, and this is all of their early stuff. None of the stuff you'd hear on the radio. This is all their noise and just like post rock, or I call it noise rock, and it's really just dirty, scuzzy, like New York City craziness. I don't remember. There's 5 LPs. I think 4 of them are singles. Their first record, or their first Soul Crusher, is the LP I was trying to think of, which I like a lot. That one was released by Caroline a few times, and I think they might have self-released it for a bit. Some of these other ones, singles, God of Thunder, maybe it's a Kiss, I think, and some of these are God's on Voodoo Moon. I think some of those records are super expensive that they release themselves. This book has some, like a t-shirt discography, which is pretty awesome because I really like Rob Zombie's art. So this is the copy that was on, I got the green vinyl pre-order, so but this is a really great box set if you're a fan of like New York City noise rock, or if you're just, obviously, if you're a fan of White Zombie. don't know, you might not be into this. This is a far stretch. No, I guess from the sound wise, but there's really not any hits or anything that you would find on here. So it's a bit interesting. I do like this. I listen to Soul Crusher a bit, and so it came from New York City. This is White Zombie. This box set came out over the summer. It is 8 albums, and it is the catalog in 3D by Kraftwerk. I think I mentioned this on a previous video, but I saw this tour in Washington, D.C. Last summer, and it was amazing. So I thought this originally was going to be the live version of that tour, but what it is the songs, the arrangements that they played on the tour, but it's not a live album. It is actually studio albums, studio takes, and there's, you know, all of the albums they did. There's 8 of them. So if you're looking for a true live album, this isn't it. But they do have another great, box set that came out a while ago as well. So I have that one. And this one sounds amazing though. So I try to pick up all of Kraftwerk's stuff. This one wasn't that cheap. I got it on Amazon. I don't remember. It was over $100. So there's really, it's kind of poor in the fact that there's no book, there's no inserts. The jackets are really, they're sparse, but I guess it really makes sense in the scheme of in the scheme of Kraftwerk, but for an expensive box set to not get any booklets or any additional material kind of sucks. But they also did a Blu-ray set of this, and maybe a CD box, and there is a slimmed down version of this on 2LP as well. But I just got this box. If you got the Blu-ray, let me know if it's any good. But I love Kraftwerk, so pretty great box set nonetheless. So what I'm listening to now is one of my favorite box sets. The packaging is insane, and it came in its own mailer. I have to keep it in there, and a lot of people have this on their want list. I was able to pick it up directly from their website, but it is the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo soundtrack, and this is by Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross. The packaging, I honestly don't think there is a better package out there. The case is hard, plastic, clear, translucent, so you can see the artwork underneath. It weighs a ton. The box has like styrofoam inserts, so I kept everything. There's printing on the box. I don't want to grab that, but I'm listening to the first disc. So it has a nice pull-out box here. It is numbered with a plate out of, there's 3,000 copies of this. Has a nice booklet, and it is actually signed by Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross. There is a necklace that comes with it, and I can't get it out. Oh, it just fell out. So there is a really cool magnet. It's a digital version of it, shaped like a razor blade, and I thought that was a really cool feature. It inserts into here. This is 8 LPs. soundtrack's really haunting, very sparse. The movie, I love David Fincher, but I don't think it's one of my favorite movies. I like some things about it, but obviously the soundtrack is probably better than the movie to me. But I love the packaging for this. I have the CD in my car. I play that a good bit. This one has some nice booklets. Not booklets, but just like pockets in this giant book here with some artwork. Really great packaging. If you ever see this, hopefully if you ever see it and you can afford it, I do recommend picking it up. There is only instrumental soundtrack, the score for the movie on here. There is actually one track that appeared in the movie, and it is a Led Zeppelin cover, Immigrant Song, and it has Karen O, I think, from the Yeah Yeah Yeahs on vocals, which is pretty interesting. But this is a great package. So, Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Here is a box set I got a few years ago. I ordered it from Amazon UK or somewhere. It was not cheap. In my haste, I just pre-ordered it without looking, and there was like a conversion. I think it was in euros or something. It's numbered out of 1500 on Demon Records. Came out in 2013. This is the Jesus and Mary chain, the vinyl collection. It is super heavy, but anyways, let's see if I can show you some of the records in here. So I'm a big fan of Jesus and Mary chain ever since I was a teenager, I'd say. So this has the records up to the one I just pulled out was their Sub Pop Monkey record from 1998. This has their amazing debut, Psycho Candy, their follow-up, Darklands, Automatic, Honey's Dead, Stoned and Dethroned, Monkey, as I said. There's a live in concert, there's a BBC sessions, and then there is a 30th anniversary B-sides and rarities collection, which has some great singles from their creation stuff and Bianco label. I don't know, Jesus and Mary Chain have a long career, mostly dark rock and roll. I wouldn't say goth per se, but Psycho Candy is an amazing debut, just like Honey. Taste of Cindy is great. You Trip Me Up, Taste the Floor, The Hardest Walk. Such great dark songs. They're just fuzzed out, trippy. The Psycho Candy is also interesting because the drummer Bobby Gillespie went on to form Primal Scream, who I also like. I say Psycho Candy or probably Darklands is my favorite record. Automatic has a cover of the Pixies Head On. I think that was they might have made it more famous than the Pixies. Stone and Dethroned for 1994. It's okay. Monkey I thought was okay as well, but obviously the first three. Honey's Dead is great as well. Reverence is a great song. The first three records are amazing. So I have all of those as singles, so some original, some represses. So I just wanted this for the rarities. And the only thing about this box was that after I got it, the edges on the side started to peel up. I didn't try to re-glue it or anything. They're not ripped, but if I'm not careful with it, I could see how it would rip up. But this is a great box set, so if you ever see it used or at a discount, I would pick it up if you're a fan of Jesus and Mary Chain. And the last box set here is from a metal band that I spoke of before, and it is Entombed. This was released maybe, I don't know, maybe 3 years ago, maybe 2014 or 2015. So they've been doing these full dynamic range reissues of their entire catalog, Earache Records, and they have so many classics. I've picked up a good bit of these on different colors. The thing about this box set is that it came on clear vinyl, which I really like. I think I mentioned that before as well. And one of my favorite death metal records, arguably maybe the best death metal record of all times, is Entombed's Left Hand Path. And this version, the full dynamic range on clear, sounds amazing. There is a copy of Left Hand Path in there. There is Wolverine Blues, which was a later EP. Their second album, Clandestine, which I got on yellow, I think, as a side, and Hollow Man, which is 1, 2, 3. It's just an EP. But I think I mentioned before, Nicky Anderson, I'm a fan of. Entombed, Helicopters, Death Breath, whatever else he does, Magnolia State Electric Company, or whatever his newer band. It's pretty like glammy. It's not too bad as well. So this box set is pretty generic. I think it was actually limited to 100. It sold out pretty quickly, but I was able to score one online for retail, which I don't remember what it was, but no more than the price of individual records. But I had to ship it from the UK, so there's nothing extra in here, no books, no nothing. But it's a cool thing to have for the clear left-hand path. So Entombed, I don't know if you're a fan of death metal, but Entombed's Left Hand Path you should surely check out if you don't have it already. It's such a classic. Dan Seagrave's art is cool too, so Entombed. So let me know what your favorite box sets are, and see you soon. Thanks.